The first time we came across products that had creative Super X-Fi technology was at CES 2020. We met them at their suite, they whisked us off into a back room where they measured our ears and blasted some of the most amazing audio I've heard from a set of headphones. Now granted, we were using their top range big bucks headphones, but the technology has filtered down throughout the rest of their range, and that's where the creative Outlier Gold headphones come in. So what's in the box? Not much really. You of course get the headphones, which are pretty small. You get a set of different earbuds which range from small to large. The large ones came pre-installed on my set, which were wonderful for my ears and offered some decent noise isolation. This may vary though depending on your ear shape and size of course. You get the charging case and finally a set of instructions that you don't really need to worry about because after all, Bluetooth headphones, do you need Bluetooth headphone instructions? Probably not at this point. Setup of the headphones was easy enough though, and after long pressing the buttons on each earbud, my phone found both left and right earbuds in seconds, and I could connect to them. I had to connect to them separately, but once I connected to them both, they appeared in my Bluetooth settings as one unit. The earbuds themselves are small in size, although the bulb on the rear sticks out a little further than say an AirPod for example. They're made from plastic which keeps the weight down enough not to really feel uncomfortable when you're wearing them for long periods of time. There is an indicator ring around the buttons which show the headphone status. Now the case itself is a lot more cylindrical than what I'm really used to. Usually it's a small pebble shaped case that has a lid, but this time the charging part of the case slides in and out, making the case feel more like a tubing design. Now this slide mechanism is smooth enough. You just have to tuck your fingers under this lip that you might be able to see there to start the motion off. Don't pull this too hard though. I can see people ripping the charger from its case pretty easily if you're a little bit too rough with it, as there's probably just a plastic lip on the inside of here that's stopping it coming out altogether. On the side of the case you have some Super X-Fi branding, as these fall under the creative Super X-Fi range, so of course they'll show off the brand name, which I will speak about in a bit more detail in a moment. Now the other side was home to a few indicator lights which include battery life, a charging light, and a light to say how much battery is left in the left and right headphones. Just under this you can also find a USB Type-C input for charging the case itself. The case itself will offer up to 39 hours worth of total playtime, while each full charge of the headphones will give you roughly 14 hours, although this was a little bit less in our testing. Of course, like other TWS earbuds, the case is a charger as well. The headphones would be perfect if you were jetting off on holiday somewhere, as this is a really long battery life, and it's definitely one of the more impressive battery lives we've seen on a TWS setup. The headphones also use Bluetooth 5.0 for a larger connection distance. One of the most annoying things, and we've mentioned this on TechNuovo before, is the fact that you have to physically press the buttons on either earbud. There are no touch sensitive buttons here, and doing so forces the tip further into your ear canal and can actually make them quite uncomfortable to wear, and I just found myself adjusting them every time I pressed the button. Now a single press on either earbud will pause the music, while two presses skips the track you're listening to in either direction. The buttons also control volume and even your phone's AI assistant, like the Google Assistant for example on my Pixel 3. Now let me run through a couple of issues that I found with the power in general. Now while the headphones turn off for some charging time when you put them back into the case, they don't pause when you remove the earbuds from your ears. You need to physically click one of the side buttons to pause your music. There are no sensors here, and removing them from the case to use automatically connects to your phone, and it's pretty quick as well, which is quite impressive. In terms of audio quality though, the Creative Outlier Gold True Wireless earbuds are absolutely superb. The shining feature here is definitely the bass frequencies. In most instances the music did feel tight and punchy, but there were times I thought the bass was a little overpowering compared to the rest of the tones. Now the highs are sharp and crispy and do shine through very nicely indeed, but the mids you do lose a little bit of quality due to that bass. There is an equalizer built into the Creative app that you will need to download, and the soundstage is nice, but this is where the Super X-Fi branding comes in. Now it requires the app. Download it from your Google Play Store or your App Store on your iOS phones, and this will in turn widen the soundstage of your music, making it feel as if your music is coming from all around you. Now for the most part it does a great job, especially on modern day mixes, and really improves tracks that were released and recorded back in the 70s or 80s, and the music leaves space between your head and opens it up really to a 360 degree stage. Now what does suck though is the fact that it only really works for music that is locally stored on your device, and there's no compatibility with streaming services like Spotify, and this does include Tidal, which is known for its ultra low and even non-existent compression. But I will say the music still sounds pretty decent without the feature switched on, and I guarantee you will not have an issue with this if you were to purchase some of your own and listen to your Spotify account. The Creative Outlier Gold True wireless headphones are a decent pick for those wanting some wireless earbuds for long journeys, or those who have some limited charging capacity, as the battery life on these are amazing. They sound really good even when streaming your music, as I say, from Spotify or Apple Music, something like that, and they retail for around $94.99, that's pounds in the UK, which is pretty good too, because it's keeping it under that kind of £100 mark compared to something like the AirPods 2s, for example, which are almost double in price, if not double in price at the moment. But they don't have active noise cancellation, of course, but it's not really needed here. The noise isolation is good enough. So thank you very much for checking out our video review of the Creative Outlier True Wireless headphones. If you enjoyed this review, then do click that like button. Please subscribe to keep up with our latest tech and gaming videos, and also let us know in the comments down below if you would go for a set of these, or you would just stick to your AirPods 2s, or even an original set of AirPods. Let us know in the comments below. We've also got our podcast, which you can find on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. Links are in the description. And the last thing I just want to say, I know we are in a different setting. I am at my desk at the moment, so the actual studio is being worked on at the moment. So hopefully we'll be able to get back out there. But at the moment we're having to do videos in here, so I do apologise about that. As I say, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.